Let's talk about some best practices to keep in mind when we're reading. One way to ensure that you don't have to read and reread and reread and reread again to remember what you've read is to annotate. Annotation is a note of any form made while reading text. Essentially, it's like reading with a pencil. Annotating forces the reader to slow down, which helps to deepen understanding of the text. However, let's be clear, highlighting is not annotation. Take a look at that picture. Not helpful. If you want to highlight, it's a good idea to highlight topic sentences, key words, conclusions. That's often where the author will hint or indicate the main idea. When we highlight too much, we're forced to reread everything because we can't tell what's important. Highlighting doesn't show you why you highlighted something. Here's a list of reading best practices. You always want to skim the text first. Look for summaries. They're usually in the introductions and conclusions. Notice any standout words like subheadings, bullet points, bold, or graphics. And when you highlight, be sure to write notes so that you understand why that piece of information was important. Sometimes it can be difficult when you're annotating to know what actually is important. If you look at it like a detective trying to identify the who, what, where, when, and how, you'll start to notice things like an expert opinion or something that's repeated often or an item that may be supported by evidence. Be sure to look up any terms that you're not familiar with. Those will help you and are all part of annotation skills. Remember, taking the time to annotate allows the reader to identify the author's main idea, supporting details, make inferences, identify questions that you might be left with or unfamiliar vocabulary. In the end, annotating saves you a lot of time.